restore the Snyderverse, and everybody's talking about Andy Muschietti's The Flash, but I will not forget. See, I don't forget. I have an elephant's memory. I do not forget what happened to Ray Fisher on that movie and how he was ousted out of it. So no matter what news comes out, whether he wants to follow the Snyder cut or not, it really doesn't change my opinion on the situation unless that Ray Fisher matter is rectified. And Ray Fisher finds himself on the Flash, or Ray Fisher's Cyborg has a role to play in the DCEU, a solid role. Until then, I'm really not interested in that property. People have to understand something. You know, I was listening to some people saying, "Well, don't boycott and don't not attend DC fandom and blah blah blah." Listen, but dude, I'm not interested in anything the DC fandom has to offer until I hear that they restore the Snyderverse, until I hear that Ayer cut is coming, until I hear that Ray Fisher is reinstated as Cyborg in the properties. Don't tell me anything about anything until then. So you want to see me get interested in the DCEU again? You reinstate Ray Fisher. You restore the Snyderverse, and you'll get me interested. Now there are Warner Brothers movies I want to see. Dune, like I told you guys, I'm going to be watching Dune for sure. That has nothing to do with the DCEU. It has nothing to do with Ray Fisher or any one of those guys. It's Dennis Villeneuve, and definitely watch his movie. You know what I mean? But anything that has to do with issues which are not rectified and not sorted, you know, don't expect me to be going to support those things, especially knowing firsthand what was going on in the background. No. When Toby Emmerich leaves, when Walter Hamada leaves, that will help to even out the situation. When new management is brought in, I will be very, very, very happy. You know, those guys need to go. They need to leave. And once they leave the building, or if they don't leave, Ray Fisher is reinstated to the Flash or reinstated into the DCEU. Henry Cavill is reinstated into the DCEU, meaning we see Superman and we see him properly represented. When Ben Affleck's Batman is off is off and popping, then those wrongs need to be rectified, and we are very much aware of it as fan base. And so, some people want, say if you're a DC fan, you support DC fandom. Well, let me ask all these so-called DC fans out there, where were you when we needed to have the Suicide Squad doing well at the box office? Where were you? Why didn't you show up in the cinema? If you're a real DC fan, you'd invest in a DC product, and the Suicide Squad wouldn't have bombed in cinemas. So don't even go there. Don't even go there. Okay? Wonder Woman would not have bombed. Harley Quinn wouldn't have bombed. So don't even go there. Real DC fans pay with their dollars and wallets. But what we found out was real DC fans wasn't interested in the slate of movies that DC was putting out of late. So that unlike all the other movies, all the other comic book movies that have done well at the box office, even though they have a streaming service, unlike those, Warner Brothers DC movies have been doing very poorly at the box office. This is a fact. Not poorly, but miserable. Okay? They've been doing miserably at the box office. And their streaming service is not big enough. It's not Disney Plus. It's not, the Netflix, which is a tremendous streaming service. It's a small streaming service. How is Warner Brothers accounting to their investors for tremendous losses in revenue? That's what I want to know. Now they've opened out worldwide. And what is it that Warner Brothers is using to promote their company and calling it a phenomenon? Zack Snyder's Justice League. But you won't put it in theaters. So, you want to rectify the situation with the fans? The DC fans? Put Zack Snyder's Justice League into theaters. Restore the Snyderverse and assure people that the Ayer cut is coming. and put David Ayer's Suicide Squad into theaters to show that you it's coming. No, just put it on HBO Max. We're not satisfied with just HBO Max. Make it a global phenomenon. Put it out into theaters. Because the Suicide Squad, James Gunn's The Suicide Squad, did not do good in theaters. So put the Ayer cut in theaters. Because we already know that the studio version of that movie did well in theaters. So represent it into theaters. Represent the Snyder Cut into theaters. Because your version of doing things, admin, whether it's Toby Emmerich or Walter Hamada, your version of doing things with Jeff Johns and John Berg failed. It failed. I only talk the truth. I don't have time. And so why would I be excited about anything that's coming from Walter Hamada or from Toby Emmerich? Why? Why would I be excited about anything? I was all hot and sweaty about Wonder Woman 2. I went into the cinema and I laughed my ass off because it was nowhere near the standard of Wonder Woman. The Wonder Woman I saw from the Snyderverse was tremendously superior to the Wonder Woman 84 that came in theaters. The Zack Snyder Justice League that I saw was tremendously superior to that thing that y'all put out there in 2017 called Justice League. The Zack Snyder Batman v Superman that got all this bad press. I'm talking about the theatrical version. I'm not even going to the ultimate cut. The theatrical version was so much better than anything I have seen post that tremendously terrible thing called Justice League that y'all put out in theaters. The worst of the Snyderverse is better than the current slate of stuff you guys have put out. Talking about it needs to be jokes and you need to have family in it. The only redeeming qualities of your entire universe post the Snyderverse has been Aquaman, Joker, Shazam. And I didn't even like Shazam. But it was for kids, so the kids would love Shazam. That was a kid movie, so it's cool. I'm not saying you can't have humor in the universe. I'm not saying that at all. But I'm just saying Aquaman was kind of a hot mess, but it still was good. The action was great and stuff, right? I'll let Aquaman pass. I'll let Shazam pass. But the DC fandom spoke. Harley Quinn, Wonder Woman. We were just talking about DC comic book movies. Suicide Squad. They bombed. They bombed. Meanwhile, the other movies that are being put out by Marvel, Sony, they're doing well. So I ask you, Legendary is going to put out Dune, and it's going to do well. People are saying Dune won't do well. It'll do well. It'll make back its money and some. Why? Because people want quality. They want something of value. You have to present to them a value. And so far, what was in the Snyderverse had a lot of value to it. And people will tune into that. Now, Hamada's created this other sort of universe thing, and we got the multiverse. You can continue on with your slate of stuff. Don't expect me to support it, but you can continue on your slate of stuff to satisfy another type or sector of audience. Maybe it grows, maybe it doesn't. But in the meantime, at least you lean on something that can give you money and you know is guaranteed to pay you and your company. Zack Snyder's movies pay. And it's exciting thinking about these characters. I don't care about no Peacemaker. I don't. I care about the Batman movie. And not, I'm sorry, but not that other dude's Batman movie. I don't care about that. I care about Ben Affleck putting out the Batman movie with Deathstroke. That's what I care about. I can only represent a certain set of people who want to see the Snyderverse restored. I care about a New Gods movie. I care about an Adam movie. I care about a movie where we get the Ayer cut, the essential what David Ayer had. I care about those things. I do not care for the present slate of movies that are upcoming, except for The Rock's Black Adam. Of course, I want to see that. I know that. See, because I know The Rock produces quality stuff, and he will not have substandard stuff when he makes his movie. I know this. So, of course, I'm looking forward to The Rock's movie. Of course, I'm not looking forward to any other slate of movies, especially seeing how Suicide Squad bombed. And James Gunn is an excellent director, and that thing bombed. Why would I be interested in anything else? Andy Muschietti, he's doing his thing, whatever he do. But I'm not enthusiastic for the Flash movie. That's just the way how that goes, because the track history so far with these movies has not been healthy. It has not been great. And hopefully Andy can pull it together. Okay? But as for me, I'm not interested in it. I'm sad, but it is what it is. But if you guys hurry up and greenlight the Ayer cut and put Zack Snyder's Justice, you got to do it. You got to put Zack Snyder's Justice League into cinemas. You can put it in limited cinemas. I don't care what you do. Put it in cinemas. And make sure and get that thing downloaded onto Google, onto Google's site, so I can download the movie as well and play it. I don't want to see it on HBO Max. I'm not interested. You guys have destroyed a lot of goodwill between the fans and yourself by sabotaging continuously this movie and the director. You really fractured goodwill between the core fan base that support the Snyderverse and Warner Brothers. You made enemies of the fans. You wage war against us. So there's no trust. There is no goodwill. There's nothing left. And to pick up the pieces and mend it with the fans, you have to make some really big moves now. And it will only benefit you, which is the sad thing. You can't see that, but because some of you executives out there have grudges against a director for something he has not done. He did you no harm, but you're just mad at him because he's successful, and out of jealousy, you want to hurt him. Well, this is what's blowing up in your face, because you think you're hurting that director, but you're hurting your whole entire franchise and your entire company. And your investors is looking at this shit and saying, this we can't have this. They got to get rid of you. So in the end, you hurt your own self. You brought it on yourself. You brought this on yourself. How dare you think that the fans are nobody? I listen to them. Oh, it's about brand name and it's about Joker. You know, it's not about brand name. The fans make the brand name something. The fans make the brand name something. And all you got to think about is Superman. Superman is a tremendous brand name. Very popular brand name worldwide. But you couldn't make a successful Superman movie after Superman 2. You couldn't. Since 1980 something, you couldn't have a successful Superman movie till Zack Snyder came on the scene and did Man of Steel. So it ain't just about the brand name. Don't let them fool you. It's about how excited the core fan base is, and they drive the interest into the mainstream media, into the mainstream people. They said all kinds of things about Batman v Superman. They said all kinds of things about Man of Steel. And now Man of Steel is heralded as one of the greatest movies, comic book movies of all time, as well as Batman v Superman. Some people rate Batman v Superman above Zack Snyder's Justice League. And that happened because of the fans, not because of just the general audience. The general audience echo what the fans say because the fans have the pulse of what they think is good and what they think is not good. And some of y'all hypocrites out there, some of y'all journalists out there, I'm going to point my guns and shoot my bullets now. Some of y'all out there was calling the fans when they weren't fans. Talking about the DC. Listen, man, if you a fan, you're going to put your money where your mouth is. Otherwise, shut up. Shut up. Shut up. The real fans put the money where their mouth is. And then the real fans, they don't bad talk their brand if their brand is good. But if their brand is not good, you're not going to see them supported with their money. They're not going to get up and go into the cinema to watch something that they think is subpar. So at the end of the day, if you really want inertia and you want good word of mouth, you have to satisfy the paying fans. And if you don't know who those paying fans are, and you're going to the industry and you're going for critical ratings and you're going for this and that, but your income comes from the fans. They spark your income. They're the ones that make or break your movies. Because if the fans don't think your movies are worth squat, nobody's going to stand up. The general audience is not going to care about it. The interest is always generated by the fans. Zack Snyder's a big name, and now you get 1.5 million people on Twitter saying restore the Snyderverse. You know why? Because of us, the fans. We generated the interest. We generated interest in the Snyder Cut. We prevailed for 4 years. We would just keep on drilling the Snyder Cut, the Snyder Cut, the Snyder Cut, the Snyder Cut for 4 years. Now restore the Snyderverse. We just drilling it. It don't matter what nobody say. We're drilling it. You know why? Because we want it. So the fans are always going to win out. They're always going to. Unless you don't have a company. And now I just saw on Twitter just a minute ago, I just saw on Twitter Netflix featuring the Snyder Cut. Netflix featuring the Snyder Cut. What? Come on, man. If y'all don't know what is a hot property the Snyder Cut is, that Netflix, they did it under the guise of Zack Attack, you know. Netflix is trying to feature this. They haven't even gotten their hands on the IP. They haven't even gotten their hands on the Snyder Cut. But they realize Zack's a hot commodity. And they're talking about the Snyder Cut now. Yo. If Warner Brothers drops the ball, I'm telling you, man, Netflix will take it and run. They may not call it the Snyderverse. They may call it something else. But Zack will continue. Because we already know that Rebel Moon, which is a sort of variation, Zack's variation of Star Wars, Zack's got that green light by Netflix. So let me just let you guys know. If the Justice League, if Warner Brothers drops the ball on Justice League's accent, he gonna have a version to continue that thing on. That's basically what Zack is not going to be stopped. So at the end of the day, it's in Warner Brothers and Warner Max, because Warner Max is coming back, right? Warner Max's best interest and Warner Brothers Discovery's best interest, this new company, to get fast track the Snyderverse. To fast track it. Because Zack Snyder will not be stopped. You cannot stop. He is a brand. He's a powerful name brand now. And it is what it is. You're not going to stop him. Because the fans, y'all don't understand. Dave Chappelle, it was the fans that allowed Dave Chappelle to get back his IP and be able to have his IP on Netflix. It's you. You got the power. Never forget that. Anyways, man, I'm not watching it. I'm on my boxing channel too much. I'm Christ and I'm a disciple. And I just wanted to just throw in these words because you guys haven't been seeing me every single day. I'll be putting out some music. I'll be putting out some videos and stuff, right? Y'all know how passionate I am about the Snyderverse. Y'all know how passionate I am about Zack Snyder's Justice League 2 and 3 coming out. You know how passionate I am about movies in general in terms of movies I think that are worthwhile to be out there, right? So, you know how your boy is, you know how your boy rolled, and it's good to see you guys out there. Thank you again for the support that you guys have been giving me. I've been trying to work in different matters and different ways to get things done. We'll be getting music to you guys. If you guys want to donate to my album, musical album that'll be coming out soon, I'll let you guys know. I got a lot of things down the pipe that we still have to do, but in the meantime, stay good, stay righteous, stay cool, and guys, restore the Snyderverse. And all the people who are shouting out, restore the Snyderverse are your comrades. You may disagree with the different things. It's okay to disagree. Some people may have sabotaged other people in the movement. Y'all just talk it out and work out the situation and make sure that you guys are on the same page. Different people have different motivations for doing what they do. We know this. But at the end of the day, the more people who say restore the Snyderverse, the better. Right? And I'm so happy to see a whole bunch of channels that popped up. And we got new people. I still check out Chris Wong from time to time. He gives us all the DC news and stuff out there. But it's nice. I'm going to try and have a StreamYard where you guys can bounce on again and we can have some conversations. We may go deep or we may go shallow. It depends. But you're going to see your boy up on here. Check me out again with my music, because my music, I got so much music, man. I got like 400 and something songs. I got so much music, man. I got a lot of music to share with you guys, but it's just to get the videos done. As you can see, the streaming service is much better. I got back my phone. This is a A70 Samsung, a Samsung A70. This is a really great phone, so I'll be able to stream a lot better and be able to talk with you guys. I went through a lot of phones, went through a lot of things in my personal life as well. And we're here still today, and we're doing pretty well. So I'm going to catch you guys later, man. This is Christ I Am Disciple. And if you got anything you want me to put up as well, or anything that's out there, you guys can shoot me something. Leave the comments in the comment section below. If you want to comment on the stream, feel free to comment on the stream as well. I'm going to try and at least twice a week come out with something with Restore the Snyderverse. I'm gonna put up videos, all kinds of things again, because I got a really powerful phone right now. This is a very powerful phone I have. The stream is a little bit cut up right now because of the lighting. It's the lighting that's causing that. Don't worry about nothing, man. Much love to all you guys out there. I hope everybody's doing well. In this COVID season, there's a lot of things they're trying to take away some freedoms, like they're mandating vaccination. I'm not for that. I don't believe you should mandate vaccinations. People should have a choice whether they should be vaccinated or not. I stand with that. I'm not vaccinated at present either, but I'm healthy and I haven't gotten COVID so far as I know. So I just want to let you guys know out there that much love to you guys. I really love you guys, man. You guys have been great throughout all these times. I got a lot of things I want to talk to you guys about, but I probably put it in my music instead and just put it out there so you guys can get some of the messages in song instead of just talking to you guys. It's been 23 minutes I've been talking. Yo, I keep on talking so long. I'm gonna catch you guys later though. What you need. Now, if you want to donate to this channel, because this is a business I'm doing, you can donate to this channel via Western Union or MoneyGram. Now, some of you guys I know, like on my other channel, my boxing channel, people come and they contact me privately and they say, yo, I want to donate this amount of money, that amount of money. I said, if it's too small to put via Western Union or MoneyGram, what you could do is just save it up over time. And when you think it's a sizable amount that you can send via Western Union or MoneyGram, send it. You understand? And that's how we can work it out, the situation, all right? What you need, man. I'm going to catch you guys later. Peace.